Hello, welcome back. This is Dr. Jerry Cuomo. Just want to walk you through that class 2 MOL on tooth number 2. And so this is the kind of the pre-polish where I went through and just polished with some points, got rid of some excess, always using my scaler to make sure I got rid of all the excess in between the teeth, and how important that is to get the right contours. Now there's a central groove, buccal groove, and lingual. I'm going to be developing even further. Some of the polishing points that I use are from Centrex, and so they do pretty well. You can just run them in the groove area, lean them up against the cusp, inclines, and off you go. All right. There's a series of 3 of them. This is the smallest or the least abrasive. You've got points, 3 points here, and so you've got coarse, medium is gray. White is fine, so yellow, medium, gray, and white for fine. And then, of course, you have polishing cups as well. Various cups got yellow, gray, and the complement of green. So same thing, coarse, medium, fine. All right, I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to move on and do the bicuspid. And that's a DO on number 5. Number 4 has a pre-existing filling. We don't care about that, but there's distal decay on this tooth, so we'll go ahead with that. Same thing, a 330 carbide. I just re-anesthetized the patient, so we should be ready to go on that. So we're going to stay very conservative on this one now. So here we go. You might even just see a little bit. Okay, so it is a DO, not an MO, but a distal occlusal. And the box preparation is going to be more toward the buccal. So we'll start with the box. I'm going to drop it in a little bit. And we'll bring that over. And we'll follow the lesion. I can pick up the lesion now. I see it. Most of this is radiographic. Dry the tooth, please. Thank you. And you can see the lesion is right there. All right, pretty plain as day. We'll point it out to you. Here it is right in here. All right. And we identified the lesion. We know which way we're going. Again, just follow the decay. Okay. Again, now normally I would, ideal situation, do the occlusal, but that's radiographically appear to be the problem. So look at how much decay, or it's coming all the way toward the buccal. Now, notice we haven't touched the wall yet, the distal wall. I'm just going to keep going and removing decay. Open it up a little bit more. Tender. We'll stop right there, and again, we'll be right back. Going to give some more anesthetic here. Let me just slip this off. I'm going to lower my light. This way it doesn't bother you. A little more anesthetic coming. Just hold that for me, please. Just hold that, please. Okay. And we'll just drop a little more xylocaine here. Should be lidocaine, 2%. And a little bit ligamental. Okay. Are you feeling that a little bit? Oh? Okay. Okay. There you go. We got the rubber dam. Put that back. Light goes up again, please. And glasses, yeah. And I'm going to use a diamond with a fine tip on it. We're just going to clean, while he's getting numb, I'm going to clean in another spot. We're going to remove some decay from the occlusal now. Excuse me. So this is tooth number 5. It's a DO, maxillary right first premolar. And so let's get rid of some of this discoloration, suction only. Okay, see how conservative that is? You don't even have to go very far. In fact, the argument is, why even remove it? Well, how do you know if it's active or non-active? We don't know the timetable, when it first occurred, etc. So we can debate that one, but that's not what this video is about. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up a little bit more using the fine diamond. And I think we can probably go ahead and get our box completely opened up. Alright, we'll do that. You're okay? I'm just going to keep checking with my patient, reassuring that he's still numb. And lightly go in here, and we're going to finally take this wall away. I don't want to use a burr. Take the wall away, so we're going to take and simply use a scaler. Now this is drying that, and now I'm going to come in and just literally just pushing it toward the adjacent tooth. We're getting rid of the wall. The wall demolition time. All right. The distal wall's just about all gone. And now you can see how that enamel just literally crumbles as I touch it, so I'm going to clean it up thoroughly with the 330 next. And I might just go off water just for a second, just to polish. All we're going to do is take a little bit of that away, tiny bit. Let's see if the white powder goes away, then we know it's good enamel. We'll check it with suction only. We're going to be checking it with our scaler. So I'm going to just go enough here to break contact on the buccal wall, all right, of your box preparation. I'm going to finish the margin, and then we'll bring that down to the margin. You okay? Good. Now we're polishing the lingual wall of the box. Okay, so we got all that decay to remove yet. So that I'm going to use a round burr. So now we've got our outline done. Dry that thoroughly. And we're going to come in with the same number 6 round burr. It might be too big. Yeah, it's a little on the big side. So we're going to come in with a number 4. Alright. There we go. There's a 4. 4 carbide round burr, slow speed with water. Doing okay? Alright. So I'm going toward the axial wall, going right in toward the axial wall, pushing it in toward the axial and gingival, and you know what's going to go on top of that, thoracal again. Alright, so now she'll dry that off. We'll zoom in. Alright, and just light air now. Looking for a nice shiny dental surface, nothing opaque. There we go. And I'm using that wedge. There goes my wedge. I was using that as a safety factor here. Rinse it again. Dry, please. I'm just going back in with my scaler. And I'm going to use the scaler now. You dry that, please? Thank you. Good. I go back in with my scaler and just make sure that it has a nice cavo surface line, smoothing the gingival box area. A lot of attention to detail. Light air on that will get rid of all the little excess. Sometimes you got to go a little beyond hand scaling. So we're just checking for any debris. Okay. Looks wonderful. Okay. Good. Rinse it again. And we got a really good seal on this one, so I'm going to use my cavity cleanser, get that in there. Honestly, there's no communication that I can see with anything coming up from the rubber dam. You got a perfect seal. So I'm actually going to place the Theracal before. That's good. Won't want to over dry it. We'll leave it like that. Reduce the light. In goes the Theracal. Follow with an Explorer. I'm going to ask for a new tip. Okay. Tip goes on. Okay. All right. And we're looking for just a small amount. Here we go. There it is. That's it. Okay, here we go. And we'll cover up cure. 20 seconds on the light cure. Okay, yeah. Same thing. I'm going to use a 4.5 millimeter height matrix band, and we'll wedge a nice, right from the lingual. You can actually wedge really nicely from the lingual. Always check the height of your wedge. If the height of your wedge is too long, you could be impinging on the contact area. His contact area is going to be toward the buccal, as we see it time and time again in nature. So here's the 4.5. We can bring the light up for this. Again, it's a DO. Tooth number is 5. See how that fits nice in there. I'm going to come from the lingual with our matrix wedge. Get a fresh one, please. Okay, so now we're coming from the lingual. Always apply the it's kind of like a snow ski. Keep a finger here and then come from underneath the contact, push down on the band, push in with the matrix wedge itself. Looks like it's coming out this side. Sometimes that rubber dam gets in the way. It's holding it. Yeah. Push as much as you can. That looks good. Looks like we're going to be in good shape. Next step. Okay. Let's see how that closes in. Hold this, please. Hollenbeck. Okay. Looks like we got a really good seal there. Just double checking everything. Yeah, that's good. Really good seal. Okay. And then just kind of burnish that contact a little bit. And we didn't even touch that contact. The adjacent tooth looked good. Didn't even touch the adjacent tooth. Everything was done. We're good. We don't need this. We need etch and a micro brush. Okay, you know, I want to double check that before I move on. So, something I see. You're going to hold this for me. Not quite happy with, yeah, it's the rubber dam. So pull back on the dam, push in. I think the dam was competing for this filling. Oh my. This has to be repositioned. Yep. Push that back. That wedge is very important, so I just want to make sure it stays where it's supposed to stay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Okay. Right angle, you okay? There we go. That's better now. Okay. Again, I'm going to use a little micro brush. Give it a good 15-second scrub. Get it right into the tubules. And if there's any surface debris, it'll come off while you're scrubbing. Alright, I'll give that back to her. We'll go ahead and rinse that. I will rinse it for about 10-15 seconds all over. Buckling will. Yeah. Then we're going to dry it, but we won't desiccate it. Okay. So just light dry with the air syringe. Here comes the adhesive now. See if we can zoom in now on everything. Scrub it for about 20 seconds. Work it into the dental tubules. Alright. Done. Now dry it. But don't over dry it. Just thin it out. Okay, that's good. Now we'll light cure for 20. Alright. So that's been light cured. And now I'm going to apply the first layer, which is the flowable composite. Just a little bit in the base, transfer with a Explorer. Now run it up against the buccal lingual walls, well into the deepest portion. And you can even take a little bit of that and run it across the occlusal. Alright, so you got it all over the place nicely. So we're going to build that distal wall. Now it's going to all get smaller on this one. So here we go. Push it in. Now you're going to work it up against the buccolingual line angles now, up against that matrix band. It's a good time to come in with your gold instrument. We might need one more piece of material in here. Let's do that. Work that in. So you immediately push it in there and push it up against the wall. Alright. I'll build it again. This one can go into the central groove and then take a little bit of excess and bring it down into the box. Okay. And we have the acorn. So I'm just going to save some time. I'm going to use my acorn here instrument, and I'm coming back to that one. I'm going to push this into the box. Gold instrument. Okay, so that groove looks good. Central groove looks good. I'm going to take this excess and just share it into the box region. You know, once you build your wall, you're good to go. Okay, I push that right up into the deepest portion. That looks good. Perfecto. Okay. All right, we'll cure that. Okay, the key is to get the wall on the box preparation first. Get that secure, and you almost can take the matrix band holder off this tine or the circular. And you almost can take that off because you don't really need it anymore. It's done its job. You've got your contact area built in. Everything's good. Okay, next piece. And now here's where we're going to just use the gold instrument and then the plugger. So we get the base of it done, and then we use that plugger at the end. Perfect. Push it all the way down there. Keep pushing there. Keep condensing. We just have a little more put in there, and then we're good. Okay, just a tiny bit more. We got it. Get the plugger. And then we're going to get rid of some of this excess. Okay. One more step. We're done. Keep you in focus. We'll take an acorn now. And we can even use the end of this instrument to develop the central groove coming into the distal pit. Since this was pretty much a virgin tooth when we started. I'm going to put back, take an explorer next. Okay. And we're done. Just clean off the excess. There you go. Take that back, that instrument back, please. Okay. Plugger. Okay. Right up to that line angle right there. See right on that side. Yep. That's just covering that nicely. Yeah, we got to take this marginal ridge down a little bit, but I want to get everything else, all the other anatomy done and complete. That's good. We'll cure it. And we'll take the tine off. I like to cure the sides of the tooth so we get a good exposure to the light, good solid curing depth, thorough curing depth. Clamp holder, and we'll pull our light up now. Oh, this was a little bit of a long one here, but we were able to get it done and show you all the steps. Now, we did cover some of the polishing on the last tooth, number 2, that we did. And do the lingual. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll take a hemostat and just pull everything out and use a scaler. Okay. Okay. So just grab a hold of that. Get rid of that. Okay.
Gail, are you going to need an exam today?
Pop that out. There you go. And we'll run a scaler. That's it from here. I'm going to spend the rest of my time just polishing. Just run your scaler, in certain areas you'll see some of the flash will come off. You can use a fine diamond, or you can use some of these gold finishing burrs work really well. I'll show you a gold finishing burr, and there we go. That's what that looks like. Go real slowly. Don't try not to touch the enamel at all. All right, and especially at the margin. All right, so just polishing in here lightly, staying on composite, getting rid of some of this excess. That's all, just a little bit of excess there. And then occlusally, I'm going to just take this down. I'm not adding any more. This is all about this polishing. We'll get the marginal ridges to line up. All right, this is Dr. Jerry Como. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something here. And again, just write in comments, anything you need. We're also at FAU at the Introduction to Dentistry and Lab class, and that's it. Take care. Enjoy.